What's good, everybody? This your boy Mike coming to you with another awesome episode of Reality Warpers. All right, so today I wanted to speak about imagination. I made a video recently and I spoke a little bit about imagination along with the power of the mind, the power of the tongue. All right. Now, when I first got on this journey of self improvement and just growing myself mentally. And I was looking at a lot of psychological books, philosophy books, and stuff, a lot of philosophy videos and things. They spoke about imagination. And from our younger years, being programmed by different movies such as Disney and things like that, we've learned that things of the imagination are things that are not real. And yes, that is true, but at the same time, it's not the full truth of what imagination is. Okay, so I wanted to go a little bit in depth with just imagination itself so you can look at imagination in a different form of light, because when you get on this journey of self-improving, you're going to look at a lot of videos and you're going to hear them say something about imagination plenty of times. And again, we have been programmed to believe that things of the imagination are things that are not real. Okay, so again, let me go and break this down. So the definition of the base word in the word imagination is imagine, which means a form a mental image or concept of. Okay, it means form a mental image or concept of. All right, that's what imagine means, right? Okay, remember I told the story in my other video about Tom Ford, where he had to imagine the first car before he made the first car, because at the time there was nothing as such. They had horses and they had carriages. Okay, so he had to imagine, meaning see something that was not there, in order to get the idea of how to bring that about. Okay, the second part of the word imagine is Asian, meaning denoting an action or an instance of it. Okay, denoting means be a sign of. So imagination means a sign of what you have imagined. So the imagine part is just the first part of imagination. The Asian part is the doing of it. You have to do what you imagine. Okay, now back to when I said that our imagination is our godlike powers. Just like we all do not have the same mind, we all do not think the same, we all do not imagine the same either. Okay, we all have a different way of imagining something. If we had a complex problem and someone asks us to solve this complex problem, and they ask different people to solve this problem, we all might come up with a different answer because of a different way, or we might come up with the same answer, but some of us may have done that problem a different way, but yet we came up with the same solution or similar solutions or something. Okay, that is how our imagination works. Your godlike power is the imagination that you have. What can you imagine? What can you use with what life have given to you? Okay, so if, like the saying goes, if life give you a box of lemons or whatever, okay, you can make a lemon, or you can make a lemonade with that lemon. You can make a lemon cake with that lemon. You can make a lemon wood pie. You can make a whatever. You can make more than just lemonade with that lemon, is what I'm saying. Okay, so with that slogan, yeah, you can make lemonade, but at the same time, what else can you make? And from your creativity, that's where your specific godlike power come from. Okay, so when you think about the power of imagination, I want you to not only think about it like, oh, well, this is not something that's real. If it's in your imagination, that means it's possible. It's up to you to make it possible because you are the one imagining it. Okay, you can be in a crowd full of people and you can give like the best idea, and everybody look at you and be like, "Man, that's crazy, bro. That don't even sound possible. That don't even sound right. That don't even sound." And that's just an idea that you came up with. Unless you show that it is possible, then it is only in your imagination. You have to bring it about for it to be complete. Okay, you only imagined it when you explained it to them. Your imagination is when you create it. Okay, all right. So your godlike power, how to harness your godlike power as far as imagining, you have to again find a mentor. Okay, if you have not found anyone close in your area that's a spiritual type person that that could teach you about imagination, or teach you about the power of the mind or whatever, I suggest you look for certain teachers on YouTube, or just go about in your city, because once you get on a path of trying to find yourself, you have a strong will to want to try to find yourself. Therefore, because of that wave, that strong intense wave that your brain is putting out to want to find yourself, the universe is going to, or God is going to connect with what you are wanting at the time, and he's going to put people and things in place in order for you to find yourself. Okay, it's up to you to catch those signs. All right, so if you're looking at this video or something and you just randomly came across it or whatever, that might be a sign of, something that he's saying in this video is something that you need to hear. All right, so if I mention a book, or if I mention a mentor's name, or if it's something that I say that actually resonate with you, that just might mean that I might be a mentor for you, at least until you find someone else, or you can have more than one mentor. It doesn't matter, long as what they are saying is aligning with how you are feeling spiritually. All right, it is important that you do not get sidetracked or confused by very influential people, because a lot of times they have their own motives on how they want to guide someone. If you feel it, as far as in your gut, I know everyone have that gut, that intuition feeling. If you have that feeling and it's something that resonates good with you, meaning it's something that's not keeping you up at night from sleeping, it's not disturbing your peace, it's not disturbing your thought processes or something like that, then it might be something that you may need to do a little bit further research into. But that's whoever you find, whatever you find. If you look at a video and they speak about a book, go and find that book and see what else that book says from the topic that they had. If someone mentions something in a video, go and do your research on what they mentioned. If they said a certain percentage on something or whatever, then you go and see if that is true. All right, go and see if you can find more evidence on it. Now, once you get on this spiritual path, you're going to have to understand that it's going to be some things that you can't really explain. That's where the intuition comes from. How does it feel to you? Because, yes, science is here, but science does nothing but research what is already here. The imagination, again, is something that is not already here. Therefore, science cannot research it. All right. So there's going to be some things that you encounter on this spiritual path that you will not be able to explain, or someone won't easily be able to explain to you. It's up to you and your intuition, your gut feel, to show you, to help guide you along that path and along the way, because not every way is going to be an easy way. Not every way is going to be a smooth path. You might have to make certain mistakes in order to grow a specific way. Once you make certain mistakes, your mind start working in a different way. Okay, so once you make that certain mistake, that might be a mistake that was needed. Okay, don't dwell on it. How are you going to handle that situation? How are you going to handle that mistake that you made? How are you going to correct the steps of the path that you're on? And that's where those mentors come from. Find these mentors. They're going to speak about certain things. Do your research. When they speak about certain books, find these books. So these are two of the books right now recently that I had read about, and they spoke about meditation. One of the books is called The Magic of Thinking Big by Napoleon Hill, if I'm not mistaken. And the other book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. And I really feel like everyone should, that's trying to find themselves, that want better for themselves, just don't want just an average life or a mediocre life or something like that. I feel like everybody that's on that type of path should look into these two books. And I will share an audio book of both of them in my descriptions. Most times when I speak about different books, I would put them in the descriptions below. Check out the descriptions, All right. But that's what I wanted to just, speak a little bit about imagination. It's not really a long video. I wasn't trying to give like a long-winded video. It's just that when I got on my path of self-improving, I know that when someone spoke about imagination, it kind of struck me in a weird way. It was like, I gotta imagine this kind of stuff. I gotta imagine me to have money in order for me to have money. This don't make sense. Like, that just, you just trying to sell somebody a dream, that kind of thing. Until you go into more research on what they're saying. Don't just pick one part out of a whole hour video and just dwell on that part. No, take notes, actually, research what they're saying, different parts of what they're saying, and then come up with a conclusion overall. Once you do your research, you might understand why they said do this, why they said do that. Like I said in another video, I was talking about cleaning your room. Like, why you have to clean your room in order to have a clean mind? That, do it. Once you experience it and you start seeing how it affects your day, it affects your morning, it affects your afternoon, it start affecting how you react to certain things, or how you relate to certain people, how you start acting with certain people, or how you start doing something differently at work or whatever, just by changing a certain routine. Then from that point, change another routine, change another routine, change another routine. But you can't just hear something and then say, go off of your own belief of what you feel that is. That's the whole point. That's the whole purpose of self-improving. You self-improve by rewiring your brain. You have to change the way that you're already thinking, because the way that you're already thinking is not helping you. You're wired a certain way. You're wired a certain way at a young age. Therefore, throughout your whole life, this is what you feel is the way of life, until you find something that works different. Okay, this is if you are trying to find something that works different. Okay, you want something different in your life. You want something better in your life, but you want to continue to do what you've been doing, so comfortably, for 4 and 5 years. That's insanity. That's insanity to do the same thing over and over again and not want something, not try something different to get a different result. That's insanity. So, back to the power of imagination. There are things that you may want to do that when you speak about it to other people, it might sound funny. It might sound weird. I got an idea. I want to do this, bro. I want to sit and, I want to do this and this and this, and I want to do this and this and this. Man, you can't do that, bro. That's too much money, bro. That's crazy, bro. That take too much time, bro. You got too many kids, bro. You got to do this. You got, bro, they can't see it. If you can see it, then it can be done. All you are doing is imagine. You are imagining it right now. You have to use your imagination, which is the work. Okay? You have to put the work in. Again, you have to make sure the people that you keep around is going to be a mental empowerment for you. If you can't speak to these people about your dreams and about your goals, and they are encouraging you, and they are, trying to push you to do your goals, no matter how crazy it might sound, whatever, you might need to find other people to place around you. And if you can't find other people to place around you, this is a time for you to be alone. Do it alone. It is time for you to now focus on yourself. Self-care, self-love, self-improvement. Okay? So, keep that imagination going that you have, that creativity that you have. That just means you are a very big reality warper. That's all that means. Find certain mentors that help you harness your powers, harness your abilities, harness your imagination. Find the books or look up the audio books of these philosophy books or these philosophers that your mentors and stuff are teaching you. And that way, by being consistent, doing what they are saying and being consistent, that is how you pull what you have up here out here, and that is how you warp your own reality. This has been another awesome episode. Check me out on the next video. I'll see you next time.